Do you not agree that when you tax the rich, you ultimately end up over time reducing much of the revenues that would come in for their spending that they make, their hiring in companies where they hire? I mean, a lot of this also is happen to be small business owners.
I don't agree. I don't agree with you, with all due respect.
That they spend less?
Because you're a woman of, well, you're a woman of extraordinary intelligence, but the data is very clear that we had higher rates of economic growth in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s when we had higher taxes. The era of very low Bush 43 taxes has correlated with a low period in productivity growth and a low period in economic growth. You cannot correlate low taxes with high productivity.
One has nothing to do with the rest.
Done.
Here's what
yes,
we
it
do
does.
know.
Then what's the point?
Shouting doesn't make your point any more legitimate. In
December, it doesn't make your point either.
I'm not shouting. I'm actually just trying to ask a question. In December, the president and the Democrats decided to extend the Bush tax cuts. They understood that during a failing economy, a weak recovery, you couldn't raise taxes. By all accounts, the economy is growing at a slower rate than it was even in quarters last year, at about 2% this next quarter, 1.9% last quarter. If it wasn't good to do in December, why is it good to do now?
There is no data, my friend, correlating lower tax rates for the rich with higher economic growth. We had our maximum periods of economic growth in this country
you have to cut
in the
spending,
entire
too.
century,
Right.
20th century, when we had very high tax on the rich. I'm not saying that's a great idea, and I don't look forward to higher rates of tax on the rich, but you cannot say that higher taxes on the rich are a bad thing in terms of economic growth. Just the data just isn't there, Laura.
Ben,
I wish it were there. It's just not there.
Ben, do we have a spending problem?
Do
we have a spending problem? Is the spending a big